it's Kris, and this is Molly.
And I'm Wyatt Elliott from Notebook Entertainment.
And you're watching Horrorland News. Alright, so coming up this week, Thanks We Hate It is taking a hiatus, but it's because we have a lot of other things we want to talk about. So on Tuesday this week, we're going to have our review this for The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. And then Thursday, we hope to have our review this for Studio 666, which, to remind you, is the Foo Fighters horror film. Very excited to talk about that.
Yeah, very excited. We got our tickets.
And then Saturday, we will be doing review this for the new Batman movie.
Oh, shit. Is that Saturday?
Well, yeah, we're seeing it Thursday.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
You got tickets for the third.
I do, yeah. I just forgot it came up that quick.
Yeah.
Right.
It's already going to be March, guys.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that is exciting. I mean, yeah, Batman. Wow, that is kind of horror-ish.
Right. This one might be,
this one looks very horror-ish. Like, the Riddler's like a freaking Hannibal Lecter or something.
Right. I'm down.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so that's what we got to look forward to this week. So let's get into our TV roundup.
No TV and no beer make Homer something.
All right, so we managed to watch the first episode of Murderville, which just happened to be the one Conan was in.
Yeah,
it was fantastic, you guys. Definitely go watch it.
It was great.
So funny.
Yeah, Conan's a great improviser.
Yes.
Not the world's greatest actor, but
he's
great
a good improviser. It was a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing the other episodes as well.
Pretty
we
cool
probably
concept.
won't do a review on this one because it's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, and every episode's kind of self-contained.
Yeah,
and, it's more of a experiment in film and like acting and improv.
And
stuff.
I'm loving it.
Yes, it's very cool.
Check it out, definitely. Our second show we're going to talk about is Shining Vale. If you remember, it was one of our stories a few weeks back. That's the one that stars Courtney Cox, Jerry Kinnear, and Mira Sorvino. That one is starting March 6th, which is coming up here. And it's on the STARZ streaming, so I guess wherever STARZ streams. All right, and just a reminder, that show is about a couple with a troubled marriage moves into a house where a lot of bad things have happened, and the house may or may not be haunted. So, speaking of trailers, let's get into our trailer park section.
Trailer park.
Trailer park, right. Park all your trailers here. So, we're going to talk about a film called Barbarians.
This film looks cool. I like this concept.
Yeah, they're selling it as awkward dinner party meets home invasion. So I'm thinking like that episode of The Office with the dinner party where it's super awkward, and then that meets the strangers.
Yeah, so I'm hoping for maybe a little bit of comedic horror with this.
Yeah.
Or at least an awkward comedic horror.
Right, from the trailer it does seem like it's going to be a horror comedy.
Yeah,
more than anything.
But it does look really good. Like, I like the killer's masks and such, and there's a scene they keep cutting to of this fox, and somebody finds this fox who looks like he's clearly injured in the woods, and they keep cutting back to it. So I can't help but wonder if it has something to do with the animal has some sort of disease or something that makes him angry or something, because
I hope so.
It's affiliated with it somehow. I'm just not sure how yet. But
I like when animals get us back. Alright, so it's directed by Charles Dorfman, and it's starring Ewan Rion, yes, Ramsay Bolton from Game of Thrones. That's right, star of this movie. So that's probably why I'm going to go see it. It hits theaters and on demand April 1st. So make sure to check it out. I'm sure we'll mention it again before it comes out. Alright, so let's get right into our news segment. So, if you've been on the internet in the past week, you've seen everybody talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Including us.
Good or bad, it's been extremely mixed reviews. But everybody talking about it means everybody's seen it, and it turned out to be trending #2 on Netflix last week.
Nice.
And apparently that's even more impressive because according to Netflix, they measure their views from Monday through Sunday. So with it coming out Friday, it didn't even get a full week to get to the 29 million hours of viewership that Netflix counted.
Nice.
So in the opening weekend, it was 29 million hours of viewership, basically.
Well, it seemed like the hype train was slow on this one, but once it started going, like about a week or so before it came out, it just exploded.
Yeah, everybody's like, we're going to watch it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those movies that definitely benefited from being on Netflix.
Yes.
Like, if it was in theaters, it would not have gotten this
No,
kind of
it wouldn't have
attention.
gotten this much buzz. It was only beaten out by the Tinder Swindler.
Well,
that came in first.
I haven't had a chance to watch that yet, but I hear it's a good guilty pleasure.
That guy, he's
know?
already charging like 20 grand for appearances and stuff.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well.
Whatever, dude. Live your life,
Yeah,
I guess.
I guess. Yeah, I keep.
Or don't if you're the bad guy. I don't know. I didn't watch it yet, so
Yeah,
I don't know if
watched
he's a good
it
guy or
either.
bad guy. But
I keep hearing it's this year's Tiger King. So
right, which
we'll
that
see.
guy was not a good guy. So.
But you couldn't. But it was like a train wreck. You couldn't help but watch. You know. And I hear the same about this show, so I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'm always down for a good train wreck. That's why I watched the Fire Island
right
documentaries,
yeah.
both of them, the one on Hulu and the one on Netflix.
Yep, train wrecks are fascinating.
Train wrecks, man. All right. So jump into our next story. Universal Pictures has set a release date for their horror comedy Renfield. I'm really hoping it's like Dracula Dead Loving It. I love that movie.
Or maybe Young Frankenstein.
Well, but I'm just saying because Renfield deals with Dracula. So that's why I'm Dracula Dead Loving It. So the release date they have is April 14th, 2023. So it's coming out next year.
I thought it was this year.
Going to be directed by Chris McKay. And the screenplay is by Ryan Ridley, who did that show Ghosted, if you remember, with Adam Scott and Craig Robinson.
Right.
Which I liked it, but they didn't give it a chance.
I saw a couple episodes of that. I don't know.
And then he also writes for Rick and Morty.
Oh, well, there you go.
And it's based on an original idea by Robert Kirkman, who, if you don't know, created Walking Dead and Invincible.
Yep. Awesome.
And then here's the best part. It's starring Nicolas Cage as Dracula.
Well, I mean, that's going to be worth full price of admission.
And Nicholas Hoult as Renfield.
I hope he hams the fuck out of it.
Me too. Well, here's the best part. Okay, so it's also starring Awkwafina and Ben Schwartz. I love John Ralphio. He's the worst.
Yes, he is. He is also the best.
Right. And then Adrian Martinez as well. But Ben Schwartz, I love everything he does.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz is one of the highlights for sure in Space Force. If you guys haven't watched that yet, like the first season was not great, but he was a highlight in it. And so far, I'm only episode 1 into season 2, and it is better. But yeah, Ben Schwartz.
Parks and Rec is the same. Parks and Rec season 1's like almost unwatchable.
Right, people.
It's amazing after that.
I think these shows need to find their footing, and it takes a season or sometimes more.
Yep. Which is why I think Ghosted needed more time, but whatever.
Right. Most shows need more time.
All right. So here's what this movie is about. Renfield is forced to procure his master's prey and do his every bidding, no matter how debased. But now, after centuries of servitude, Renfield is ready to see if there's life outside the shadow of the Prince of Darkness. If only he can figure out how to end his codependency.
So it's kind of a relationship movie.
Right. I think they're going to break up. So is it like a romantic comedy?
Please. Please let it be a romantic comedy in the worst way.
I would love that, actually.
Yeah.
To be quite honest, I don't like romantic comedies. This as a romantic comedy, I would love.
Nicolas Cage seems like the type of guy to be like, I can't break from you, you know? Like,
right.
I can't. Like, I can see that. Or maybe he's stalking Renfield, you know? I can see that, too.
Well, apparently Renfield's the one with the codependency issues, so, I mean, maybe they'll go to therapy. I don't know, couples therapy.
That would be hilarious. Oh, my God.
I don't know, but I'm going to watch that movie when it comes out next year, so.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, and then our final story, if you remember, one of our previous stories, we talked about how Alex Vincent and Christina Leese are doing a podcast called Chucky Talks.
Yeah.
They released their first episode last week. It's part 1 of 2. I guess what they're going to do is they're going to do each episode's going to be like 2 parts. They're going to do interviews in the first part. Second part is them watching an episode, I guess.
Oh.
So that could be cool.
That is cool.
So part 1 was released where they did an interview with Zach Arthur, who played Jake in the series, and then Björgvin Arnarsson, who played Devin. And I listened to so much video of that kid saying his name so that I could get it right.
Nice. I did subscribe to their channel. I saw that they released it, but I haven't had time to listen or watch to their podcast.
I watched about half of it while I was doing my research for the show, so I still have to finish the other half. But yeah, it's fun. They're talking to the kids, and if you like Chucky, I'd say definitely give it a listen.
Oh yeah, and I noticed on Twitter that they've all been sharing the logo for Chucky season 2.
Yeah.
So not that we didn't know that it was already announced, but it's kind of fun to see the logo. So. Can't wait.
I know. Got any more of those Chucky episodes?
For real, Don Mancini, for real. Hook us up.
All right, so that ends the news. Let's get into our indie film spotlight.
My advice to young filmmakers is make a movie every week. Make films, no matter what anybody says, and you'll be a filmmaker.
All right, so today's film is called The Stylist. It's from 2016. It's from the Alter YouTube channel, which we've featured before. I think what their channel is they just feature a bunch of different shorts from different creators of horror movies, and awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome, because I remember when I started out and I was bigger into the indie film scene, I had thought that same idea is just have a channel that shares everybody's art and work and stuff. And
you like it? Here it is. Yep. Well, this one is, again, The Stylist, Molly, The Stylist, and it's directed by Jill Jevargunzian. Sorry, I didn't watch any videos to pronounce her name. And it's starring Nahara Townsend and Jen Ploss. This movie had great makeup effects. I saw it and I was like, oh, I think I know how they did that. I can't wait to try that.
Yeah, I'm watching it because she watched it first and showed it to me, and I'm watching it, and that's what I said, wow, these are great effects. And she goes, yeah, I think I want to do it now. So, coming soon.
Yeah, we're going to write something around that because I have to try that.
But it was very cool, though, and like really the whole movie centers on that effect working, really. And
she sells it.
Yeah,
Claire.
she does. She does sell it.
Yeah, Nahara plays Claire, who's a hairstylist, and her client comes in late. And then it kind of goes from there. You can't really say anything else. It gives it away. When I was telling him, I was like, it kind of reminds me of like Silence of the Lambs meets Sweeney Todd in a way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could. There's a lot of vibes, I guess you could take from that. Maybe even a little Texas Chainsaw, but just a teeny bit. But yeah, it was very cool, and like I liked the premise. I like when I was watching it unfold, I'm like, oh, this is a pretty good idea. I don't know why, I love that when you're watching something, you're like, man, I wish I would have thought of this.
Right.
Because it is kind of clever. Like I do like it, especially that whole, oh, I love your hair.
Right.
Like, yeah.
Yep. I just wanted to try it on.
Exactly.
I love that line.
It's very cool. It's very right. Like when you think about it, it's like this is like a no-brainer.
Right.
Like how. But it's really
well
executed.
And by the end of it, you're almost feel sorry for Claire because she's kind of, you can see her conflict and stuff. So, and God, that woman's beautiful.
Like the
she
best,
is so pretty.
She is, but the best villains though are relatable.
Yeah.
The best villains are not only relatable, but you feel bad for a little bit. And I think that this is another one. Like this is definitely something they could explore more of.
Yeah, I'd watch a movie about this character.
But I'm not sure where it would go, but they could definitely explore.
Well, that's
more
on them. That's it. Yeah. But I would watch it.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. I think it would make a very unique horror movie. So, I do like it. And it's like 12 minutes, so it's not too long, not too short. You'll get invested real quick. The production is really nice.
Oh, yeah.
The camera work is nice. Like, I was admiring all that stuff. And of course, the makeup is phenomenal.
That's the part that got me, because that's what I'm interested in.
I guess that's really the star of it. That's really what you're watching, but I would check it out.
It's a great story, great premise, good makeup, good everything. So definitely check it out. I believe it won a few awards at some short horror festival. I can't talk today.
I would definitely believe that. Especially, I would definitely believe that for sure. It's real good.
So definitely check it out. And again, if you know of any indie horror films that you'd like us to check out, please let us know. You can comment down below on this video, or you can reach either one of us on Twitter. And he'll put up our Twitter handles here.
Yeah, and whether it's a movie you just like or you made, share it with us. And we don't really care if it's old because we just want to check out horror movies, but if it's newer, we'll share it.
Yep.
You know, so.
And try to keep it at least 5 minutes. I know we've shared some that were like 3 minutes. That's pretty much our cutoff. We'd like them to be, you know, at least 5 minutes or longer.
Exactly, yeah, because otherwise there's really not much to talk about.
Yeah, it gets harder to talk, to say anything.
It's already hard to talk about a 2 to 5 minute movie,
right?
Because there's everything's a spoiler, really, you know. But
yep. So again, in the comments on the channel's Twitter, which is at Notebook TV, our personal Twitters you can reach us at.
Yep.
But yeah, we want to hear from you because we are always looking for more indie film.
Absolutely. And on that note, while you're also down there, please like and subscribe on this channel if you haven't already, so you make sure you get all of the awesome content that we're posting constantly on this channel.
Make sure to ring the bell.
Yes, the bell does help, guys. I've rung my bell. I rung my bell.
I've
rung the bell on a few channels, and it does work. And it's not annoying. You'll just get a little notification reminding you that they posted something. So it works out well. So I think that's enough for today. So I think I'm going to shut up now.
All right. Have a good night. Good fight.
Bye. Say bye, Molly.
Nope.
Does that mean...
Oh, yeah! She's my sister, my twin sister from the same mister. Thank you so much for hiring Mona Lisa. It means so much to me, even though honestly she is the worst. She is the worst person in the world. Huge, skank, terrible. But thank you. It means a lot.